Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Elaine, here we are podcasting again in my living room. I tell you, this is getting to be a comfortable kind of thing,
Yeah,
you
it
know?
is. I like it.
Yeah. And Fiona just
Mm-hmm.
popped up here on cue, ready to go.
She gets in position.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fiona, what are we going to talk about today? Do you got a topic? No? We do.
Mm-hmm.
We are, well, this is like our first seeds of discovery podcast,
Yeah.
right?
So this will be under the seeds name. Mm-hmm.
Because the name has changed
Yeah.
and we're rolling into that. But I don't want to say, but we still love Reiki. I mean, yes, we still love Reiki.
Yeah.
It is still a main part of what we will be offering and how we'll be teaching and things
Mm-hmm.
like that. Reiki as part of a personal practice, the thing that came to mind for a topic, you actually brought it up
Oh,
last night.
yeah. The Gassho meditation.
The Gassho meditation.
Yeah.
And it took me down a rabbit hole a little bit because I think there's a lot of resistance as I don't want to say resistance, but yeah, I kind of do. Like
Okay.
it feels like a have to. And I find that students are looking for it's supposed to feel a certain way,
Mm-hmm.
or they're doing it wrong, or maybe there's some religious trauma that's associated with
Mm-hmm.
their resistance to the simple position of bringing hands together
Yeah.
in prayer,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Um, and yet it's such a powerful piece that, you know, I come back to time and again.
Mm-hmm.
Like I use it throughout the day, like when I'm about to lose my self
Yeah.
at work, when I bring my hands together, it does something very, I want to say magical
Mm-hmm.
because but it's really an energetic thing. When your hands come together, the first thing that you do is you close the circuit,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
And from a Chinese medicine perspective, all of your heart meridians are in your hands, along with your lung meridian and your large intestine and your small intestine are all in your hands. So if you're an anxious person, coming down part of the intestinal tract, right?
Yeah.
Part of the digestive tract
Mm-hmm.
and your breathing, right?
Yeah.
Will take you to a place that way. But then the heart aspect, you're putting your heart in the center of what you're doing
Mm-hmm.
and you're closing that circuit left and right side of the body.
Yeah.
Um and I think it brings in more.
Yeah. To me, it's like the starting point. It's the connecting point to like we jest about in the classes, like how some of the manuals say Reiki on,
Yeah,
Reiki off.
right.
To me, that's Reiki on, Reiki
Yeah.
flowing when the hands come together.
Yeah.
I like that circuit idea, the closing of the circuit,
Right.
inviting the Reiki in, and then it's just running continually through your system, through your body.
It is. And it brings your awareness to what you're about to do for yourself, for another person,
Mm-hmm.
for a situation. Uh, and then the other cool thing is, oh, that just went right out of my head. That was really funny. It was like right there, and then it's gone. It by coming here in Gassho, it crosses the hemisphere so that your creativity can flow, and it slows you down. Like, where I had that pause of like, "Ooh, there was an idea there."
Yeah.
Like, it just took me to this very mindful, peaceful place
Mm-hmm.
that you can't get there without connecting
Mm-hmm.
the hands.
Yeah.
the other thing, that's what I was gonna say. Okay, for another another place, and this is humorous and true at the same time. When you do this, your middle finger is called the fire finger in, I wanna say it's, Jinjitsu, maybe?
Mhm.
So it's your fire finger, okay?
Yeah.
Think about that,
Yeah.
okay? I'm not flipping anybody off, but think about your fire finger.
Yeah.
So when you're stressed and you're in Gassho and you're breathing, you are exhaling onto your fire finger. Now, you could be either adding some air to that fire,
Oh,
or you could be like cooling things out. You could be cooling off the heat.
yeah.
Could be bringing yourself down. You could be coming to a new place of understanding.
Yeah.
There are a lot of possibilities.
Mhm.
But let's get into the meat of the seed of Gassho from a teaching perspective,
Mhm.
right? What do you, what shows up in classes with
With
students and like,
I think that they think that gash out is one of the first things that we teach as far as the energy work goes, because it's connecting to yourself, it's pausing, it's kind of a meditative state that you're looking for, where you're supposed to clear your mind, concentrate, on the energy between your palms. And I feel like that trips a lot of people up. They think that they should feel something or something specific is going to happen, like fireworks are going to go off when I put my palms together. And that's
yeah,
not.
it's like the feeling of that first kiss when you're a
Yeah.
teen,
Yeah.
it's like, oh,
Yeah.
you know,
Mhm.
uh,
But it's not so much like that. It is a more peaceful practice, and it's a practice. It's learning to connect with the energy in yourself over time. It's planting that seed of
mhm,
energy
it is.
to grow throughout, your own Reiki practice, your own meditative practice, even, because that's really what it is about the Gassho.
It is.
It's about taking a minute in stillness.
Hmm.
And in the manuals, it's usually, you're supposed to take 20 to 25 minutes, but for us real spicy people, we can't do that.
I hear Scotty from the old Star Trek in my head.
Yeah.
I can't take it anymore. The
Yeah.
systems can't take much more.
Yeah, pretty
20
much.
minutes
Yeah.
would have me bouncing off the room.
Mhm. Yeah, for sure. So that's one thing that we kind of off road on too. Couple minutes, just even the practice of putting your palms together in front of your heart and being mindful of the energy
Yeah.
is enough.
Well, and tapping into sensation, right?
Hmm.
Because touch is an important part of the practice of Reiki.
Hmm.
And if you're starting with self practice,
Which you should
with
be.
what you'll notice are the subtle changes of temperature, of tingling, of, you know, things like that, of aha moments come when you start to quiet down in this simple practice.
Mhm.
Now, there's the idea that you can take your hands from here, you hold them at your heart.
Mhm.
This this puts pressure on your hands, versus being a little bit looser out away from the body.
Yeah.
But you know, you can take a moment, connect your thumbs to your heart center, to the center of your chest. You can bring them to your lips, to your forehead
Mhm.
to get guidance. Because by doing this, you're connecting to those places. You're bringing your awareness in.
Mhm.
And like that's the majority of the point of the
Yeah.
Gassho meditation
Yeah.
is to bring your awareness into focus
Mhm.
internally
Yeah.
so that, the Reiki can turn on and it's turning on your awareness
Mhm.
to the energy around you.
Yes.
Yeah. So then why is it so difficult for students to grasp that
It's
teaching point.
because there's no concrete answer. There's no concrete thing that everybody experiences the same way.
Right.
Yes.
Well, I mean, is that not Reiki, right?
Yeah.
Everybody doesn't experience it the same way.
Mhm.
Um, you and I are night and day on the gifts of how information comes in, how energy comes in,
Yeah.
and yet it blends together because we can have deep, meaningful conversations around energy, around Reiki, around astrology,
Yeah.
because we're in that open place
Mhm.
to receive the information from one another, to jump off into the abyss of metaphysics and be like, "Hey, I wonder about this."
Yeah.
Well, this I feel like this is like the preparation for the swan dive,
Oh, yeah. I like that.
like,
Yeah.
you know, let me go in deeper.
Yeah. Mhm.
Let me get in there, and for those who are just listening, like put your hands together and imagine you're standing on the high dive and you're using your hands to guide you down into the water.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, because that visual is what happens with the energy.
Mhm.
And, as we keep doing this, we're stirring up the energy. Fiona's getting more, she's
Yeah.
circling. She's
Yeah.
like, "Hey, what's going on? You're
Yeah.
getting a little lively,"
Yeah.
because it does continue to grow.
Mhm.
Um, it makes me think back to when I was in massage therapy school, and we would we would get to the classroom. It was out on this really cool farm in Siler City, North Carolina. You would drive down this gravel road, and it's a one-room schoolhouse, right?
Mhm.
And so we would be buzzing around. We would have to set up the tables, do the sheets, do all that kind of stuff. Haven't seen each other for a week or whatever. And so you're buzzing, buzzing, buzzing. And the teacher would ring the bell, one of the singing bowl bells, and we would have to step up table side. We were not all Reiki people, but we would have to bring our hands together and pause collectively for a moment, and you could feel the energy just go,
Oh, wow. That's cool.
right?
Mhm.
And so then when we would do the practices, one person would be, again, the energy's going up, you're getting the person on the table ready to receive massage work. They would ring the bell for us to start. So then you come into this place of awareness, you're offering, the intention for the session.
Mhm.
You're here again, and every time that bell would ring, it was be like,
Mhm. I kinda like that image.
yeah,
Like training yourself
training
to
yourself to be
drop.
ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that imagery and that symbolism of it.
Hmm.
That's exactly what a Gassho is. It's
Yeah.
training yourself to be in that energy, get in that moment.
And what if you just did that for yourself?
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to do it for someone else. I mean, I am doing it, right? If I'm preparing for a session, opening the session, all that kind of stuff. But if I start my day with that, if I take moments throughout my day at my desk, in car line, and
Yeah.
like think of all the places that you can just take a beat
Mhm.
with Gassho.
Yeah, I like that. Without expectation,
Yeah.
without even, we talk about it in a Reiki sense because that's where we learned it.
Hmm.
But even if you don't have Reiki and you just took that moment to pause
Yeah.
with your hands together in front of you, just to bring awareness into your body and into your mind and into where you are in this here and now.
Right.
It doesn't have to be about journeying or looking for answers or looking for messages. It's simply about connecting to yourself.
Absolutely. And
And
and I would be curious to see what shows up with the steady practice
hmm
of the gash out, because you're going to find synchronicities, aha moments, inspiration. You're going to find, you know, balance of anxiety.
hmm
You're going to find harmony.
Yeah.
in that pausing.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, there you go.
I like it. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, this one feels kind of short and sweet, but it's like a seed,
Yeah. No, I like that.
you know?
So
So,
we can bring the invitation, whether you have Reiki or not.
right.
Bring your hands together in that prayer position in front of your heart
Hmm.
just a few times a day. It doesn't have to be for long. It's just the intention that you're taking a minute, you're taking a breath,
Hmm.
and you're connecting to the energy. You're connecting your own energy to itself through your hands and seeing what happens. I mean, what's the worst that can do?
He can show you the
Exactly.
fire finger out.
Yes, exactly. I feel like we could all use a little more of that.
Yeah,
Chill out.
yeah, I think so.
Hmm.
I think so.
Hmm.
Well, do you wanna go anyplace else from here? I mean, I feel like that
No,
was
I feel
short
like,
and
yeah, that was
that
good.
was, like, short, sweet, and done.
Yep.
Um, yeah,
Okay. Well, until next time.
until next time.